With drastic changes to the educational environment and the sudden increase of family time at home, you may feel compelled to protect and nurture your children in new ways. Today, Deborah Porter, life coach for moms and founder of Moms Mentoring Circle, joins us to explore the balance of helping and developing your kids. Hi, Deborah.
Hi, how are you today?
I am doing well. And this is, an ever-changing conversation right now as we look at all of the outcomes of COVID-19. So in the process of working through emotions and managing health and redeveloping what's normal in your household, that can leave parents with intentions of helping their children, but really slipping into more of an enabler kind of role. So you've posed the question, when does helping your kids become harmful? And that's got three areas of development. So tell us about that first area.
Absolutely. So, there are many gifts that we can give our children throughout their years, and they're both tangible and intangible. These are intangible gifts that I want parents to really perceive and see this as giving their child a gift. The first one is critical thinking. And what I want to talk about here is really not being the one to mow down every problem, issue, or situation that may arise, especially right now as we're talking about maybe school looking differently, universities looking different, and how your child will be participating with those instructors, their assignments. Helping your child will be having the Wi-Fi set up, having an area where they can study, making sure they've purchased their books. What becomes not helpful is then choosing to do that assignment for that child. Or if that child is not pleased with a grade, stepping in, moms, we're famous for, I'll email the teacher. This is a good moment. Instead of presenting solutions, ask more questions than you provide solutions. This pays big dividends when your child is leaving your home and has developed a respectful way of how to challenge authority or how to respectfully engage with someone who is older or in a position of authority when they disagree. And what happens is when we don't allow our children to develop that muscle and then they're thrust into that position once they leave your home, many times they're not sure where the balance is. So they'll say nothing, or they may go overboard and engage with people in authority as though they are their peer.
Absolutely. That problem solving aspect of life is so important, especially as you look at, being able to stand up for yourself, being able to also understand when you may be in the wrong and you need to fix something. That critical thinking goes both ways. And I think parents giving them opportunities, even at a young age in elementary school, as you mentioned, is going to be a skill that they'll need throughout their lives.
Absolutely. Yeah. The earlier you're able to help your child to begin to critically think through a problem or a situation, you'll begin to see that kick in, and they won't even run to you when they have these issues. I'm finding out now of things that my kids actually work through. And I was like, I didn't even know about that. They're like, well, I figured it out, Mom. And so that's what we want. We want kids that can figure it out.
Absolutely. So then we kind of get into leading into that, the self-sufficiency aspect of development.
This is another big one. This is, we're talking about intangible gifts right now that are going to follow your children into their adulthood and beyond. And so when we're talking about self-sufficiency, we're talking about them being able to care for themselves and to do things for themselves without you having to really outline step by step how to get it done. I think back to the days when, I was, this is an old term, I was a latchkey kid, right? So I would go home from school, and I was home for a couple of hours before my mother got home. And there was always a list left on the counter. I need you to do these things before I get home. No instruction on how or what, or I just need them done. I need your room clean. I need you to prep dinner, and I need you to make sure your homework's done. And so I had to figure that out. I had to make sure that I had to figure out my time management. I knew I had 2 hours. I knew I wanted to sneak in at least 30 minutes with my friends. So I had to figure that out. And I think allowing children to wake up one day with dirty laundry and no clean clothes is a way for them to know, I got to wash my laundry.
Yeah. And, that can be really hard for parents, especially moms who are wanting their child to be in the best possible scenario, who know what it's like to, struggle through some things. So it sometimes is not even that the child is requiring that sort of support. It is that as women, we definitely want to make sure they're in the best possible scenario. Yeah. So then you've got one more thing that we've really got to focus on, especially in this day and age.
Yeah, this is empathy. We have a responsibility as parents to teach our children compassion for others and understanding the plight of others and the journey that other people have been on. I think we have a responsibility, being citizens of whatever locale or city or state that you live in, we have a responsibility to give back. We have a responsibility to help. And I'm going to be honest, this one is more caught than taught. And so, yes, your child might be involved in an organization or at a school where they have to receive a certain amount of volunteer hours, and that's great. But what I'm talking about is, what is your family culture or mantra around empathy, around giving back, around showing and having compassion for others? You know, I read a book, I've read this book several times, Purpose Driven Life by Rick Warren. And one of the chapters, the first sentence is, it's not all about you. And we, you know, our kids are amazing. They're lovely. They're intelligent. They're athletic. There's someone more lovely, more amazing, more athletic, right? So it's important to give the balance because your child may leave your home as the senior who was, you know, the best at everything. Well, they get to college and they're the freshman. They're starting all over again.
Right.
And so it's important that they're able to live in both of those worlds and be able to show compassion for other people.
Well, those are incredible tips: critical thinking, self-sufficiency, empathy, and compassion for others, and something that we all need a reminder of every now and again, even though we may have learned those things early on. Thank you so much for that insight and those key reminders for us.
Thank you. It's always good seeing you.
You as well. For those interested in learning more about Deborah and Moms Mentoring Circle and the life coaching she does for moms, visit our website at WTVR.com/BTM.